Hi guys, it's Leah. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new, and welcome to what is likely my biggest book unboxing ever. I've been compiling all of the books that I've received and also bought myself the past few months since the beginning of the year, and I'm finally opening them all. Before we even get into the book unboxing and the book haul, I definitely want to preface that obviously I am so grateful for every single book from a publisher or an author that I receive. It's definitely one of the biggest perks of doing this as a job. I love it so much, and obviously I wouldn't be getting sent books if it wasn't for you guys, so as always, thank you. Simultaneously, I also had quite a few gift cards that I needed to use up, so I'm very grateful for all of the books I have, and I just wanted to preface that because I know recently some people have been getting funny in my comments about all of the books I have. I want you guys to know that I'm endlessly grateful for every single book that I have, whether it's been sent to me or not, and I am just so excited to read all of them. So let's finally get into the unboxing. I cannot wait. I think we're going to start with this box that was on my bookshelf. One, because I'm scared it's going to knock my entire bookshelf over. Two, because it was one of the first boxes that arrived when I decided to start compiling all of the parcels that I was getting, and I cannot remember what is even in here. Okay, it's literally covered so I cannot see. We can kind of figure out. Oh my god, I remember now. Wait, I'm so excited for these. Don't know why I didn't clock that it would be this box. I thought it would be in another package, but essentially the Folio Society sent me a couple of their gorgeous editions. I am such a huge fan of Folio Society. I have actually a couple of their editions here. Their Shirley Jackson ones are my favorites ever. However, they very recently came out with a spring collection, and the second that they reached out to me, I knew instantly which ones that I would like, because oh my god guys, when you see these, okay, they are in this cool packaging. I am gonna, it kind of triggers my trypophobia. Is that what that's called when you're scared of like small holes? I don't like that, and I know probably some of you don't like it. Taking it out of the packaging, off of camera, these two books are actually two of my favorite books, and I very rarely talk about them because I read them so long ago. Oh my god, okay, I'm so excited. So the one, let's open this one first. This one is their Night Circus edition. I read the Night Circus years ago. It was actually my favorite book the year that I read it, and it was actually, I think, the year I started ever filming on this channel. I loved that book so much. I very rarely talk about it because I so desperately want to reread it. Oh my god, I'm so excited. This is what the slipcase looks like. It is gorgeous, and then that is the spine of the book. Let's get it out. Oh my god, this is the naked hardback. Look at how gorgeous that is. One thing that I also love about Folio editions so much are the illustrations within them. They always pick the most talented artists in the world, and it just makes all of their editions so special. This is what I mean. Look at that illustration. Folio just do it every single time. As always, thank you so much for sending me a couple of your books. They are always just so gorgeous, and I always treasure them so much. They are definitely some of my favorite pieces in my entire book collection. And then the second book that we have is The Book Thief. When I tell you, this book, this was one of the first books that I ever sobbed at. It was one of my favorite books reading it growing up, and again, I desperately want to reread it. I feel like this one's going to be my favorite. Look at that slipcase, and then the spine of the book looks like that. Let's get it out. Here is the front of the naked hardback and the back, and that's what it looks like all together. Literally look at that, just so gorgeous. This one might actually be up there as one of my favorite Folio editions ever. I kind of knew it would be once I saw the sneak peek. Thank you so much again to the Folio Society. They are absolutely my favorite company when it comes to beautiful exclusive editions. I will always rave about them, and I always pinch myself that I own these, so the biggest thank you in the world to them. I am in love with everyone there. Now let's do one from over here. I'm fairly certain that this one, yeah, I think that this one was sent from one of my lovely patrons. I think it is anyway, and I actually think it arrived with... Okay, I think it also arrived with this, so let's open them in unison. They might not be, I might have got them all mixed up, but anyway, just in case, I'm gonna see if I can find a note first. Oh my god, don't tell me there is not a note in this. Okay, I don't think there is a note in this. Maybe there will be in this one, but I know that Kendra sent me something, so Kendra, I love you so much, thank you. The book is... Stop it, not me literally talking about Shirley Jackson. It is Dark Tales by Shirley Jackson. I love Shirley Jackson so much, and I'm kind of trying to slowly collect all of her works in the Penguin Modern Classic editions. I think this now makes it my second or third one that I've yet to read. I purposefully leave Shirley Jackson to read around autumn, the spookier season, just because she is the best, or at least one of the best gothic writers that ever existed, and I love all of her work. So thank you so much, Kendra. Oh my god, I adore you. I'm so excited to get to that. We'll open this one because I'm pretty sure they got sent together. I have a feeling I know what this one is just by the sound it makes. Okay, that was satisfying. Oh my god, it is. It is some Lindors. I did have a sneaky suspicion based on the sound, and there were also a few notes in there, so let's read them out. Happy birthday, bestie Lita. Hope you have an amazing day. Enjoy your chocolate, and I had to get you a Shirley Jackson, but it wouldn't let me leave a note. Kendra is one of my absolutely lovely patrons. I adore her so much. Kendra, thank you ever so much. I really appreciate you. You never have to. Next we'll go on to this one. I do know what this Amazon one is because I've only ordered myself one book off of Amazon. I've been wanting to get to this book for so long. Damn, I knew it was long, but that is a thick book. And it is City of Gods and Monsters by Kayla Edwards. I have seen so many people talk about this series. Obviously, as you may know, I've been really getting into fantasy this past year, and I'm always looking for more fantasy series to read. I know that this one is independently published. I have a feeling, solely because so many people have been talking about it and it's been getting so much hype recently, that it will probably be traditionally published at some point, and I love indie fantasy paperbacks. This, however, is long. How many pages actually is that? About 737. That actually isn't too bad. That is definitely a long fantasy, but after reading Heat of the Everflame, which was 1,000, I feel like I could get through anything. I have absolutely no idea what this series is about, other than I know it has supernatural creatures, and I kind of love that in a fantasy series. I'm gonna go into it as blind as possible. Just heard the best things. I don't actually know either if it is dark fantasy romance. Please let me know, because I've never read a dark fantasy, so we'll see. But I've been wanting to get to this for a really long time, so I'm really happy that I finally caved and bought the paperback because it's also stunning. I'm actually going to stack all of the books up here so that they can have their moment. Oh my god, I love new books so much. Next we'll go for this tiny one. This was definitely one that I ordered. I did a big Waterstones order with a gift card that I got. A lot of them were sent all at once in this massive box, but a lot of them were also sent individually, so I have no idea what is going to be where. And this book is tiny. It is Flush by Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf is an author who I definitely want to read her entire backlist. However, I don't know when that is going to kind of be. I don't think she's an author who I really care that much to read in chronological order. I'm just going to pick and choose from her discography. However, I've always heard incredible things about Flush, which is a short story from her, and it's just so tiny. I cannot wait to read this. Literally all it says on the back, and therefore is all I know about it. Flush, this playful, witty biography of Elizabeth Barrett Browning's pet spaniel, involving Italian travels and kidnappings, asks what it is to be a dog and a human. I had no idea it was about that. I just love Virginia Woolf's writing style. Like I said, I've always heard great things about that, and it was so tiny. I'm gonna fly through this. I cannot wait to get to that. Next we'll do this one. I have no idea what this is. It could be a couple number of things, but I don't know. I have no idea. Let's just get into it. Try and show you guys what it is. Okay, I know what it is. Oh my god. This is one of the most gorgeous proofs I've ever seen in my life. It is Silver Cloak by L.K. Stephen. I am so excited to read this. L.K. Stephen is the same author who wrote Our Infinite Fates, Laura Stephen, and ever since I read that and I adored it, I knew I wanted my hands on this proof just to devour it soon. Please, she put to Leah, I hope you love it, and she signed it. I have just seen her talk about this and obviously market it, but I don't really know too much. I know it's her adult fantasy debut, but other than that, like, oh my god, I'm just so excited for it. 2 decades ago, the Blood Moons ruthlessly murdered Saf's parents, destroying her idyllic childhood. Hellbent on revenge, she lied her way into the elite Silvercloak Academy. Detectives with a single goal find a way to bring the Blood Moons to justice. I love like a school academia setting in a fantasy. But on the eve of her graduation, her deception is exposed and she's given only one option: go undercover and tear the Blood Moons down from the inside. Descending into a world where pleasure and pain are the most powerful currencies, Saf must commit some truly heinous deeds to keep her cover and her life. But rival gangs are the least of Saf's problems, as she's forced to face her growing feelings for the king, Pin's tortured son. When one false step could destroy everything and everyone she's ever loved, the mage who dedicated her life to vengeance might just have to die for it. I want to read that right now. I am so excited, and when I tell you, this is genuinely one of the most gorgeous proofs I've ever received ever. Thank you so much, Laura. I'm so excited to get to it. Next we'll go on to another little one. This one I definitely also bought from Waterstones. This one is Revenge by Yoko Ogawa. I have spoken about Yoko Ogawa countless numbers of times on here. She's quickly becoming one of my all-time favorite authors. I've now read The Memory Police and The Housekeeper and The Professor from her. I've adored them both. However, like a lot of these books that I bought, I actually don't know anything about them. I love going into my books, especially things like literary fiction, knowing as little as possible. Hey, so this one is actually a short story collection. It says murderers and mourners, mothers and children, lovers and innocent bystanders. Locked in the embrace of an ominous and darkly beautiful web, their fates all converge through the 11 stories here in Yoko Ogawa's Revenge. Ogawa provides us with a slice of life that is resplendent in its chaos, enthralling in its passion, and chilling in its cruelty. I love her writing so much. The way that she writes about humanity, literally in all of its joys and all of its ugliness, she just writes so phenomenally. So this one I'm anticipating to absolutely adore. I am so excited for that. Next, let's do a FairyLoot one. I do have 2 FairyLoot boxes to unbox. I have the subscription for the adult boxes, so I don't know which is going to be which. I don't know what order they're going to be in, and I actually don't really know. I think I know what the April book is, but let's have a look and let's see. This one is the February box. I did just spoil myself for what the book is because it says on the back. Here is the book. Oh my god, the back is gorgeous. It is The Scorpion and the Night Blossom by Emily Wenzel. This is gorgeous. Here are the end papers. One thing that FairyLoot does superbly are the end papers. They are always, oh my god, yeah, literally so gorgeous. Here is the dust jacket, and then I know that there's going to be a reversible, oh my god, okay, this is stunning. Here is the reversible dust jacket, and then the design on the hardback looks like this. Like I said, I've never heard about this before, so I actually don't know what it is about. I will say though, I don't know why this is giving me vibes that my sisters would really like this, so if I don't get to it, I'll definitely give it to them, but this is gorgeous. Next we will do this one. This one I actually have no idea what this is. I don't think it is one that I bought myself. This one is from Bloomsbury. I love their pink packaging. It is so gorgeous, and I can see what the book is, which I have been so excited to read for such a long time. It is Good Girl by Aria Aber. This one was shortlisted for the Women's Prize of Fiction for this year, and I'm so excited to get to it. I've only heard the best things about it, but simultaneously again, I know nothing of what the plot is. On the bottom of the synopsis, it says, a story of love and family, raves and Kafka staying up all night and surviving the mistakes of youth. Good Girl is the virtuosic debut novel by a major new voice in fiction. I did also see that Kaveh Akbar on the front blurbed it as a no bullshit must read debut. I literally am gonna go into this so blind. I don't know anything about it. I'm expecting to adore it. I also just absolutely adore this cover, and it is such a gorgeous hardback, so thank you so much to Bloomsbury. We have another one that I bought myself from Waterstones. This one is, oh my god, I wasn't actually expecting this one yet because I didn't think it was published just yet. It is On the Calculation of Volume by Solveig Bell. All I know about this is that it's been nominated, I don't know, I think it's been shortlisted too for the Booker Prize this year, and I love reading award nominees where I can. And it's also a dystopian. I knew the second that I heard about it. Out of the entire long list and all of the award nominees this year, this I feel like I'm gonna absolutely adore. It's giving Groundhog Day. I actually haven't heard anyone talk about this, but as far as I'm aware and all of the expectations that I have of it so far, I'm fully expecting it to be like a 5-star. I'm not gonna lie. I also just absolutely adore this cover. It does not surprise me that I'm obsessed with a Faber book because I love Faber so much, but oh my god, I'm so excited to get to this. Like I said, a 5-star. This one I think I'm definitely gonna fight for my life to get onto my May TBR. I'm so excited for that. Oh, next we'll do this one. This one I have been literally fighting for my life to not open before this video. This package is from the Bookbox. They have a book subscription service where essentially you can send them like your favorite books of all time or even your Goodreads link. They essentially find you books that you should love based on all of your favorite books or books that you've already adored. I have no idea what is in this, and I've been so excited to see. I am a little bit nervous that whatever is in this I have already bought or is in like another box here, but I'm just so excited. I also I just don't know what could be in here. This was gifted. They very kindly sent it to me. It is not an ad, but they did also give me a discount code. I'll pop it on the screen for anyone who is interested. I think it is such a brilliant idea. Like I said, I have no idea what is in here. I'm nervous. Here are the books. Guys, I'm literally not looking. I saw one. I already have... Stop. Okay, so the 2 books that they think I'm gonna adore are The House of the Spirits by Isabel Allende and The Wall by Marlon Hoscheffer. I do actually already own this, however, it is a very high 5-star prediction for me, so I feel like this gives me hope that I'm gonna love it even more than I'm expecting. I feel like a lot of my friends who I have very similar reading taste to, however, will also adore this, so I have no problem passing it on. And then this one is crazy. The House of the Spirits, I have been recommended so many times in my comments. Also, when I was a bookseller, so many customers recommended it to me based on my other reading taste. However, I just never got my hands on it, and I've always been so intrigued to read it. So for everyone who's ever commented for me to read this book, I now have it on my physical TBR. That makes me so excited because not only have I always been told that I would absolutely adore this book, but obviously the book experts also think I will. I actually don't know anything about this one, and I definitely want to keep it like that. Oh my god, I'm so actually excited and so happy with those picks. Thank you so much to the Bookbox for sending me that package. I think it is such a brilliant fun and clever way of trying to get good book recommendations. Next, let's do my second and last FairyLoot parcel. Again, I don't know what this one is going to be. Okay, the theme is powerful legacies. I'm not trying to see what the book is. I'm really intrigued. Maybe instead of me thinking I know the April one, maybe it's this one that I know of. Like always, I will try and show you the book first. Okay, that is upside down. It is exactly what I thought. Gifted and Talented by Olivia Blake. That cover? Oh my god, I love that. Money is the family business, magic is the family curse. I'm very, very intrigued to read this. I actually haven't read an Olivia Blake since finishing One for My Enemy, I think it was, and I absolutely adored it. That was really close to being 5 stars, and I've been so excited to read something else from her. I know that obviously this is her newest release, so I'm really excited to get to it. Here is what the cover like. It is absolutely a complete reimagined cover, and here are the sprayed edges. The end papers are utterly gorgeous. Like I said, FairyLoot know how to do some gorgeous end papers. I love like a cloth bound sort of finish. That is the design on the naked hardback. Okay, and it does also have a reversible dust jacket, which is the original cover. However, I think it is a different colorway. I am so excited to get into this book. I'm also so happy that it was a FairyLoot pick for their box because I have been anticipating it for a while. Next, we'll do another Waterstones parcel that I have before we go on to the big Waterstones box for last. It is Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I have actually read this already because I did have a proof for it on NetGalley. I read it in this vlog if you're intrigued to see my thoughts. I have actually seen so many mixed things about this. I've seen so many people who normally love Abby Jimenez not like this as much. Babe, I loved it. Are there parts of this that I thought were cringe / I wasn't obsessed with? Yeah, but I actually adored it, and I cannot believe the amount of mixed reviews that I'm seeing. I personally would highly recommend this book, whether you like Abby Jimenez or you've never read an Abby Jimenez. I think that this is definitely also her most emotional read yet. However, I absolutely loved it, and it was still a fun time. I had a great time with it, and I kind of forgot, like I said, that I pre-ordered it, but I am very happy to have it on my shelf. Okay, and lastly, we have my big Waterstones box. I do remember some of the books that I ordered. I don't think all of them have arrived yet though, so there are definitely, I don't know what could be in here essentially. Okay, let's go from top to bottom. So first and foremost, we have Us Against You by Frederick Buckman. I read Beartown earlier this year and I loved it so much. I've been longing to read the rest of the series, especially considering how Beartown ended. I cannot believe that I didn't instantly go onto this. However, now that I have it in my hands, I'm definitely going to read it as soon as I can. I'm so excited to get back into this series. Then we have The Enchanted April by Elizabeth von Arnim. I've been wanting to read this for years and I thought it's April. I don't know if I am going to get to it this month now. However, it is a modern classic that I've had my eye on for so long, and I actually don't know anything about it, but I've just heard the best things. I'm going to go into it so blind. Also, one thing about me, as much as I absolutely love reading classics and modern classics, I also adore collecting the Penguin editions, and this one is stunning. So hopefully I will get to it in April. It is fairly short, so it's definitely a possibility. I'm so excited to finally have this on my TBR. Okay, the next 2 books are actually quite rogue for me. We have 2 non-fiction books. This one I'm so excited about. It is The Poetics of Space by Gaston Bachelard. I have never heard anyone talk about this. However, I absolutely adore reading non-fiction and articles and just learning about philosophy surrounding homes. One of my favorite reads of 2024 was actually a non-fiction book called The Philosophy of the Home, and I absolutely adored it, and I've been looking for similar non-fiction like that, and this one was the first one that popped up. Very top of the blurb it says, "The house shelters daydreaming, the house protects the dreamer, the house allows one to dream in peace." I'm very excited to read this. It is also going to be research for my novel, and I know I'm just going to have the time of my life with this. So although it is a little bit rogue because it is a non-fiction, I'm so excited. Another non-fiction we have is To the River by Olivia Lang. I've been having this, again, I've been wanting to read something from this author for years. I know she has written one fiction work, I think, and I haven't read that one yet, but she is mainly a non-fiction writer, and this one I've just heard the best things about. This one, she writes so much about nature, and this one I'm supposing rivers. Just been so excited to read some of her writing and her non-fiction writing for so long, and this one, like I said, I just heard the best things about, so I decided to bite the bullet and finally get it. Next we have another Virginia Woolf, and that one is Orlando. Like I said earlier, I really want to read some more Virginia Woolf. This one is very high on my radar. I've heard the absolute best things about this one. I've heard it has absolutely incredible commentary on gender and sexuality, and I'm just so excited to get into it. Again, another one that I'm going into incredibly blind, but I cannot wait to read some more Virginia Woolf. Next, like Virginia Woolf, I definitely took this order as an opportunity to read authors that I've wanted to for a really long time and expand my reading of other authors who I've already loved. And this one we have Jeanette Winterson, which is Written on the Body. I've been wanting to read this book for years. It's a very high 5-star prediction for me, and my best friend actually read it this year and I'm pretty sure she rated it 5 stars, so I'm even more excited now. For the most part, I do adore Jeanette Winterson's writing style. The last one that I read I definitely didn't like as much, but I'm excited for this. Also just see my camera battery is flashing, so we are gonna have to get through these last ones quick. Next we have Shark Heart by Emily Hebeck. This is actually my Patreon book club book for April. I'm so excited to start it. All I know about this is that it's a love story, but it's magical realism where I think her partner slowly turns into a shark. I've heard it's phenomenal. I am so excited to read it. Next is a very random one. I saw they had them on Waterstones. I got the Cozy Corner colouring book by Coco Wayo. I love this person's colouring books and I kind of wanted to get some more because I only really have the Christmas one, so we got that. Another classic, modern classic that I've had my eye on for years and I finally bit the bullet because I would love to read it this year is The Book of Disquiet by Fernando Pessoa. And one actually that a lot of people have recommended to me. I'm hopefully going to start it in the summer. I'm scared, but I'm so excited for that one. A tiny book, we have 1,000 Mornings by Mary Oliver. I love Mary Oliver so much. After reading Dreamwork, I want to read every single one of her collections. And like I said in my spring TBR, I love reading poetry, so this is definitely going to be one of the next ones that I read. And then the last 2 books that we have in here, we have Ghost Wall by Sarah Moss, another book I've had on my radar for ages, and Bright Dead Things by Ada Limon, another author, another poet actually, who I read earlier this year and have absolutely adored and want to read everything from. Right as I ended off this video, I realized that I actually had 3 more packages sat behind me the entire time. So before the video actually ends, I'm obviously gonna unbox these. I can't believe that I forgot about these because one of them I've literally been dying to open because I can see what the book is from the front. I will show you. This is the sticker that I can see at the front. So obviously I'm assuming it to be a great big beautiful life proof, which is crazy and I've been dying to get to it. The absolute restraint that I had to not open this one specifically because obviously it's one of my most anticipated books of 2025. Oh my god, okay. Here is the proof. I cannot believe that I have a proof of this in my hands. I know it comes out so soon. I absolutely cannot wait to get to this. I've actually heard quite mixed things since, so I am a little bit scared to go into it, but I am going to be reading it in a vlog very soon. I absolutely adore Emily Henry like everyone else. I just think that her books are always so phenomenal and this is absolutely a 5-star prediction. So thank you so much to Penguin for this. I actually cannot believe that I have it in my hands. Next we'll go on to this funky vacuum packed ones. I always find these parcels so hilarious and also so hard to get into. I actually don't know who this one is by either or from, so it's kind of a surprise. Okay, oh my god, I've been wanting to read this for so long. It is The Husbands by Holly Gramazio. I have had a lot of people recommend this to me because I've heard it's very unhinged female main character and we know that I love books like that, but other than that I actually don't know anything about it. I've heard it's absolutely hilarious and such a fast-paced read too. So I feel like it's one that's perfect to read maybe in May or as we go into summer. Cannot wait to read this. I feel like I'm absolutely gonna fly through it when I do get to it. So thank you so much Vintage and Penguin for that one. Finally we have this one, which again I have no idea what it is, so another surprise. I will show you guys first. Okay, oh my god, I did not know they sent that quick. It is a proof of Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I am very intrigued by this. I don't know actually anything about it. I also don't know when I'm gonna get into it, but I've loved a lot of Taylor Jenkins Reid books in the past, but it is such a gorgeous proof. So those were the 3 parcels that I forgot to open. Now we'll go back to Parcelia ending off the video. That was my entire book haul and my book unboxing. If you have read any of the books that I hauled today, please let me know what you thought about them, whether you like them or you dislike them. If any of them are on your TBR or if you want to show you stayed until the end, comment any stack of books or any book emoji. As always, if you did enjoy this video and you are not yet subscribed, it would mean the absolute world to have you here. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. I really hope you enjoyed and I will see you again very soon with another video.